I'm from Surrey.
And I'm from Surrey.
And I'm from Surrey.
And I'm from Surrey.
I am from Surrey.
And I'm from Surrey.
Today there are actually 3 imposters and 3 individuals from Surrey.
That's crazy.
So it's 50-50.
It'll still be 3 rounds. While you cannot reveal your roles, it is still last team standing.
Okay, so the majority wins.
Crazy plot twist.
What's up, guys? My full name is Shaja, but everyone calls me Shay. I'm from North Surrey, right next to New West.
Cool. My name's Stuart. My name's just Stuart. And I grew up in Newton.
Hey guys, my name is Dominic and I grew up in Surrey.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I grew up in this neighborhood called Timberlane, and then I moved to Fleetwood.
My name's Simran. I grew up in Newton, but then moved to Cloverdale like halfway through high school.
Hey guys, I'm UV Baines, and I grew up in Surrey Central area.
I feel like, the easiest one is like, where did everybody go to school?
UV goes first. UV, that was one of those ones where I was like, shoot, I think he is, but he isn't. I never seen guys with glasses very much in Surrey, so it's just one of those things. It was weird observations I picked up.
Yeah, okay, we'll go back and forth. We can split it around.
I went to Johnston Heights.
Johnston Heights.
Okay.
I went to PR. Does everyone know what PR stands for?
Panorama Ridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a little sneaky question.
That was a good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that too. I went to EC.
Yeah.
I don't know what EC is. Semiamu.
I went to 2 schools. So I went to first the Francophone school on 132nd, which is École Gabriel Roy, and then I went to Surrey Christian Secondary.
Wait, can you repeat the first one?
École Gabriel Roy.
Tu parles français?
Ouais, mais we could just speak in French the whole time.
I actually didn't go to school in Surrey. I went to school in St. George's. That Dom does know that. So I trekked all the way over there every single day. It's out near UBC.
So why'd you go to school out there?
It's a nice private school. I'm not sure if you guys know that. My parents wanted to send me out there for
Oh, he rich.
No, chill.
That's not very serious.
True that, but yeah. I actually wanted to ask a question. Cloverdale, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to the rodeo?
I have. I've never been to the actual rodeo part, but I've gone to the fair. Yeah. What about everyone else?
I've never been. I've heard of it, but yeah, I've never
I never went to the rodeo.
Yeah, maybe when I was little, but I can't remember. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I studied up on my festivals. I was ready for Fusion. I was ready for Cloverdale Rodeo. I knew the streets. I knew everything. If I start off strong and I get my answers across, they're gonna be like, damn, got it. Like, this guy's from Surrey for sure. It was a strategic move on my end.
There's that one fair that's in right by Guilford Mall. I forgot what it's called, but I forgot what it's called.
There's like the Fusion Festival.
That's Surrey Central.
Yeah, like Holland Park area.
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
That
That's a little newer. Okay, what was your guys' like when you were kids? What was your guys' like go-to fun thing that you would do in your area or in the city? Like when your parents were like, okay, like let's take you out for a treat or something like that.
For me, I'm a basketball player, so they would just take me to a park. So one of the parks would be like one of the ones that's like Tamanois Park. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
Tamanois?
Yeah. Like the park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is that what you said, Tamanois?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would go to like the neighborhood beside us called Jessica Place because they had a playground and my neighborhood didn't. So we'd always like sneak that place. Yeah.
That's very Surrey. I grew up it's like a complex. It's called Hunter Hill. It's kind of behind the Sikh Gurdwara on 120th. Anyway, but I was just like, it was like a closed-in complex. So I just run around with like all the kids in the complex, really. And that was like my big thing.
I swam. I swam for the Surrey Knights. I'm not sure if anyone knows that, but
Where do they swim?
Guilford.
What recreation centers did you guys go to?
Newton Wave Pool.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I went to Newton Wave Pool until this one time I almost drowned, and they had to like come save me. I never go there.
Yeah, I was the same. I was Newton. I would sometimes go to Guilford though, because it's just like nicer.
Busier though.
True, but yeah, at least it's better now. But Newton, like when I was a kid, it's kind of like.
I think they have like this. They have the skating rink like right beside it or really nearby. So once in a while, that would be like extra. Like our parents were like happy with us or something.
All right, I got a good like Newton Wave Pool question for the people who said Newton. What was the like big attraction at Newton Wave Pool? Besides,
Slide.
yes, okay.
And the waving water.
But and the wave pool, that one's in the name. That one's in the name. But yeah, the slide, they got rid of that. That was tragic.
Really?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah, they got rid of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, it was a cool idea. Terrible in practice. It was very
Since
cool.
I was a kid.
Yeah. No, I mean, I drive by it like all the time. So.
What's your like best memory of Surrey, and what's like your biggest ick of Surrey? We'll start with Shay. He's ready.
I had to train from Scott Road to, it's just horrible. I used to always take it there. That's like worst memory.
Oh, okay, just the transit.
Transiting.
Transiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I used to get picked up later at night because I played basketball. Also, I feel like
Scott Road?
Yeah, no, not at Scott Road. I had to play near Surrey.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I feel like now is a good time. Me and Dom do both coach the same basketball team. That's why we were talking earlier like we knew each other. We literally saw each other in Surrey the other week. 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks now, yeah. We've worked together and everything, but I've never asked where you're from. I was thinking Richmond, so regardless, I kind of just thought he was an imposter.
So yeah, the question was like good memory from Surrey.
Yeah, and like what you don't like.
You know, one of the best things, because I mean, I went to high school at Surrey Christian, right? And so I remember like, well, I mean, sneaking out, but like, you know, you just kind of ditch class or whatever, you leave, or you just don't come back from lunch break.
Yep, there you go.
And, like, there was like this little, it's like a nail salon place now, but there was this samosa place, and it was like $2 for 4 samosas.
I don't know how long ago that was, but it didn't really seem too realistic to me. I'm not buying samosas all the time, but I feel like it was a little bit off.
And so we'd go in and like just get like as many samosas as they gave us.
Was it Tasty Indian Bistro?
You know, honestly, I don't remember. Oh no, Tasty. That's on 120.
That one's fire though. That one's
Tasty's
fire.
so
It's
good.
good. That's what I was about to be like, that's the one I go to.
Tasty's a good spot. That's it. Okay, well we'll finish this one.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. Indian is a good question.
So favorite memory, because so I play basketball a lot, so just going to the parks near my school and just playing basketball. The worst is probably transit, man. Like that's my biggest ick. I can't.
Were you more of like a bus or SkyTrain kind of guy?
Bus.
Bus, okay.
Yeah, bus
That explains it. 1 minute.
My favorite memory was I lived near 7-Eleven, so I'd always walk there and get Slurpees and things like that, so that was really fun. My worst memory, I think just going to a high school that had a lot of Surrey Jacks.
Valid.
Oh, that's a very serious answer.
I really liked the neighborhood I grew up in. There was a lot of kids my age, so I like actually got to play outside, which I thought was really fun. But I lived just off of 64, so it was pretty like decently loud all the time. Yeah. What about you?
I'd say my best memory is ditching class and all that and stuff. Recently going to Fade in the Park every year is like my favorite thing to look forward to in Surrey. Besides that, just getting out of Surrey is the most fun thing to do. Honestly. Leave it, yeah.
Okay, that's time for our first round. Well, tell us who you're voting for and why.
Whew. I'm gonna vote Shay. Just because that the UBC schooling area thing kind of threw me off. And then I don't know. There were like I feel like there was no really good reason,
Yeah,
but
no, fair enough.
that was just, and I feel like you had the less like detailed answers.
I'm also gonna go with Shay. I was thinking that before he said it, but I don't know. There's just something. It was like the tasty comment. Maybe the tasty Indian bistro comment.
Slap, I'll stand by that.
I'm gonna have to go for Shay too. No hard feelings, but I feel like, yeah, some of the explanations were a little bit less detailed, but it is the first round, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I might be the only one that's not going for Shay, but I'm going for Stewart because I've never heard that from school in my life. And I've been in like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
like going for Surrey, I've never heard.
No, I
that.
haven't either. I hadn't think about it.
I have.
Oh, okay. Well,
Maybe you guys aren't from Surrey then. Maybe that's why you don't know.
yeah, kind of sus.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad because Simran just defended me, but I'm voting for Simran because I felt like you jumped in on Shay, and you didn't really give a good reason. So I was like,
Fair
I think
enough.
she's just trying to bandwagon.
I actually don't know where that school is. I don't think it's in Surrey.
I was also going to vote for Simran as well. It was more or less the same reasoning. I just felt like jumped on my answer, but then that's just my reasoning. No personal.
Sure.
I'm still out, right?
Unfortunately, Shayla, you come with
You got a gritty out of here, bro. Hit the gritty. Yeah.
What's a Surrey stereotype you think is overplayed or inaccurate?
I guess a lot of people that aren't from Surrey, they feel like it's a really dangerous place, and they're like basically it's Gotham City. And honestly, I feel like if you actually live in Surrey, you know that it's just like any other city. It's not that bad. Like everyone has their own experiences and things like that, but it's fine in the end, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like, it's looks bad if you're looking from the outside, but like from the inside, like it's not bad. It's just another city. It's more crowded more than ever, but it's just another city.
I don't want to like bandwagon on this one too much, but I think like the big thing about that is like Surrey used to be a lot more sketchy. Like Wally especially and stuff was like pretty bad. Like I remember it was actually pretty bad, but yeah, like especially like in the last like I don't know 2-3 years, it feels like it's like I don't feel unsafe walking around at Surrey at night, generally speaking. Like
Yeah, I mean I agree with that one. I want to try and think of something else. Probably that there's like every brown dude's a Surrey Jack. Like to a degree, obviously you'll have those dudes walking around with like mace and all that shit, but like I don't know, like there's a lot of normal people out there too in Surrey, and like I feel like it has diversity, not like there's majority brown people and there's a lot of big brown guys, but like not everyone, So I feel like everyone not from Surrey is like fucking Surrey Jack and all that. It's not that bad.
That's true.
Yeah, people just have like a bad opinion of it. Anytime I feel like I've told people that I'm from Surrey, whether it's like at uni or other people I'm meeting, I feel like everyone always has like an interesting like, ooh, like what's that like? Like, or like one of my best friends, she's actually like, oh my God, I hate coming to Surrey to visit you. Like I feel so scared all the time. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it's kind of sad because I've grown up there my whole life, and I feel like it's a very friendly city. I feel like everyone like, I don't know, it has a nice community. Maybe not friendly, I would take that back actually.
Debatable.
Not friendly, but everyone's like, I don't know, everyone's kind of loud, and I like that about the city.
Yeah. No, I think like people are like people are loud, but and stuff like, and it's not. But you're right, it's not super friendly. But people do kind of like they're polite, I guess. Right? They don't like. People don't like bug each other too much and stuff.
I feel like it depends on the areas you go to though.
It's true.
Yeah, like he said Wally and stuff.
There's like areas where there's
Central,
just like
I hear sirens 24/7.
Central is kind of
if you go to like
it's hit or miss sometimes. It can be as soon as the sun goes down, you're like.
Every time I drive in Central, I swear to God, there's a police or an ambulance that passes by me. And then it's like 4 other calls from behind, right? And it's like, holy. What's the transit you guys like take the most? There's like 2 main ones, I think.
I mostly take the Expo Line SkyTrain, just from King George to like Chinatown or Vancouver.
Yeah, I'm
trying to go.
I work right downtown, so I'm King George to Waterfront. Like.
Okay,
okay, nice.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How long does it take you, King George to Chinatown?
Chinatown, say like 45 minutes usually.
That's too long. King George to Waterfront is 45.
That's like an estimate. I don't know,
but I'm just saying, like on the train.
Waterfront?
Right? Yeah, because I do that like all the time from the office. That feels a little long.
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I'm just saying.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Hold up. Does he really know what's going on? Especially because I take transit really often too, and I'm like, so that was good on Stuart for catching that and being like, yeah, the timing's kind of off.
I'm stressed out because I'm not even lying right now. Like I went to Vancouver Film School. I used to take that SkyTrain. I thought it took me 45 minutes. Maybe it was a little shorter, but now I'm like, why is Stuart picking on me? Like, I thought I had his back. I thought we were cool like that, and now Stuart's bullying me in front of everyone, making me look sus. But like I train every like now and then just for like photo shoots and stuff like that. So,
fair enough. Yeah. I'm like on it. I'm like I'm gonna be there at 45. Like I'm gonna.
I feel like if you do it every day, then you probably
I know
that time.
That I was like ins and outs.
Yeah. I don't time it. I don't time it, bro.
Well, I went to school on 64, and I live just off of 64 still, like where I went to high school. So I would take the 364 because I moved after I moved. I was not in my catchment anymore. But yeah, 364 and 321 both go to Cloverdale. So.
Okay. 321's amazing.
What's your go-to McDonald's order?
Go to McDonald's. Bro, there's McDonald's everywhere.
Cheeseburgers, bro. When they were
Cheeseburgers?
Yeah, like the cheeseburgers.
But like, okay, is that like you go to McDonald's, you're just getting a cheeseburger? Or do you get like, fries?
I get like 2 cheeseburgers, and then I get McChicken.
What does this have to do with Surrey?
Yeah.
No,
there's a lot to do with that.
Yeah, thank you. Junior chickens. When I used to be like not vegetarian, then I used to eat junior chickens a lot. Yeah.
Have you ever tried it with like habanero or Thai sauce, or do you just go normal junior chicken?
I would just get the normal junior chickens, but it's been a while because I'm vegetarian now, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd also say like a junior chicken and shit, but.
eat junior chickens and the fucking B6 Mustang and shit.
I actually had one before coming here, so.
Okay.
She's got the receipt. She pulls it out.
I just thought it would be something that everyone would understand and kind of just one of those things where like, yeah, if I say this, I'll be like, oh yeah, he's from Surrey. Like he knows the junior chicken and like McDonald's jokes and like, I just thought it'd be like kind of a silly question to get the edge off and maybe people would be like less focused on me because they'd be like, oh, he's funny or like he knows Surrey jokes and all that.
No, I was always been like, I generally go to McDonald's if we've been like out drinking or something, and then so it'll be like, I'll just get like 2 cheeseburgers and like fries. That's like
Have you tried a junior chicken before?
I have eaten junior chicken before.
Who doesn't like a junior chicken? I love a junior chicken. I really did have one before coming here. The fact that Stuart was saying like, I don't really get the hype behind the junior chickens, I don't know, that was a real red flag for me.
Yeah, mine is junior chicken, usually Thai sauce, light lettuce, and then
Say Thai sauce?
Thai sauce.
Thai sauce or habanero. But like I used to do Thai sauce all the time. Have you never tried that?
Okay, quick question. What was the name, I know it's a little bit hard to name sometimes, what was the name of the park that you guys would go to as kids?
Bear Creek Park.
Yeah, I didn't honestly go to the park because I was in that complex and there was like a playground there. But like now, like Bear Creek Park, because my sister actually works there, like when they do the Bear Creek lights and stuff, so she can like get me in and like the train and stuff. So I'm there semi regularly. It's a chill park.
It was like Bear Creek as a kid. Like my dad would take me there when I was like a little boy, but
Yeah.
now I don't really go to parks unless it's the Holland Park for the
Yeah.
festivals.
Yeah, it's just very recreational. That's the one I go to a lot too.
Another one I think would be Hawthorne Park or something. Hawthorne Park.
I know
I
the
think
name.
they like shut it down or something.
Okay, that's time.
Rip Hawthorne Park. I feel like I do not get this McChicken thing or the junior chicken.
You're sus then.
I don't know what it is. I feel like this is just
That's
like a
fair,
total.
but-
Like I feel like I'm missing some sort of weird Surrey culture thing that I like have somehow avoided my whole life. I just have to vote for someone. I'll vote for Priscilla because I'm just literally picking at random because I have no clue
fine.
at this point.
I'll take it.
I'd say Simran. Just because the shit, that was too much, yo. I feel like that was a little too extra.
It rolled off the tongue, did it not?
It's like a slight pause. Y'all can rewind it, just a slight pause.
Run it back.
A junior chicken and shit.
Junior chicken and shit.
I could say it in the accent, but I'll save it for later.
She's holding that one in the back pocket.
I think I'm gonna go for Dominic. I think the explanations were a little bit vague, and you kind of just like went off of the other people.
Fair enough.
I'm also gonna say Dominic. Also a little bit vague. I feel like a couple of the answers were almost exactly the same, and I feel like he was a little quiet this round as well.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, we'll go with that.
She's like, I'm just polite, bro.
Yeah. Well, not that surprised judging by myself. Like, I wasn't very, like, answers like weren't flying right away. I was kind of like quiet, but then again, I have a problem with like speaking over people. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, wow, okay, I could be going out.
Yeah, this is harder when you're actually thinking. I'll have to go Priscilla too. I'm sorry.
Damn. Wait, that's two.
Just because like
To tie.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
The
think it's 2-2,
answers
right?
didn't seem to like they didn't hit the way like the others one did. That makes sense. It wasn't like
Valid.
Surrey core to me. So was that 2-2?
So
It's
yeah,
a
that's
2-2,
2 Dom, 2
yeah.
Priscilla, I think.
We're going to do a re-voting, but we're going to ask each of you one question. You have 30 seconds to answer that question and try and explain yourself and really prove that you're from Surrey.
If you are out on a typical night in Surrey and looking to get food, where are you going?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like Surrey is very well known for the Indian food, so I'd probably hit up the buffet at Tandoori Flame.
Imposter. Like, I've been there before, and I was like, there's no way this is her favorite place because this place is expensive. It is expensive to go to.
First, I voted for Dom, but then all of a sudden, Priscilla saying that her favorite restaurant is Tandoori Flame, that just seemed a little bit too on the nose.
Okay, well, I go to the Joanna the Chicken World that's right by in Newton, so that's the one that I go to.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Priscilla.
Dom, you can vote as well.
Going with her, Joe.
Priscilla.
Dominic.
I'm gonna change my vote. I'm gonna go with Priscilla. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Priscilla for me too. She's
No,
shook.
yeah, it's a Tandoori Flame, right?
Unfortunately, Priscilla, you have been voted out. So
It's
if you can go off
fine.
camera,
Okay. I really didn't think I'd get chosen. I think the imposters kind of caught on and started kind of ganging up on me and being like, oh, she's probably from Surrey for sure, let's take her out. Thundery Flame is such a basic answer. That one was kind of bad, I will admit. But I was put on the spot and I was like, I don't know what else to say. So I was like, let me just say Thundery Flame.
Favorite pizza place that you guys know in Surrey?
I'm basic, bro. I go to the Fresh Slice right by my building.
That's fair. Fresh Slice is fun.
Fresh Slice is,
So I went to uni at KPU, and right across, I think it's just called like 72nd Pizza or something, like because it's right on 72nd. They were like $1 a slice, or they were when I was in university. It was good pizza. Yeah. They had like tandoori chicken pizza. That was my spot.
When I lived in Newton, by King George, by like the superstore there's this one called Pizza Factory. I don't know if it's there anymore. I feel like Surrey loves to name pizza places after the street it's on, so now it's called a different one that I go to, 184 Pizza.
Yeah, it's kind of a generic, that's a very Surrey thing to do. Yeah, that's true.
Very Surrey. Wait, did you answer?
Yeah, I already did.
Oh shit, my bad.
That one wasn't listening.
Sorry.
Okay, so we kind of talked a little about favorite restaurant, but like, what about like hole in the wall place? Like good Indian food, but like, we're not talking like tasty, like something like more
Indian food specifically?
Well, yeah, let's stick to Indian food because we're in Surrey.
I'd say Astaji. Have you been there?
I haven't been
slaps,
there.
yo. Like it's not bad.
I haven't been there, but the name does make me laugh every time I pass by it because it's right by like SFU Surrey, one of them at least.
Okay,
but,
yeah.
If I like get Indian food, sometimes I just order it from like Uber.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like every like little
Everything is
complex, there's like one in each complex.
Everyone's got
basically.
their own
Yeah. I forget the complex, but like Upper Notch Yacht House. But like I don't know if they got shut down, but I remember like hearing they had like rats in their restaurant at one point. But it was,
Sorry, this is your favorite place?
I just remember like
Ratatouille.
I just remember one time I went and it was so good, but then I remember like hearing that a couple of years later. But that's the first thing that's like a core memory of when I was a kid, because we didn't eat Indian food a lot, even though I am Indian. But
I have one. It's right in kind of at 72nd King George, that mall right there, kind of near where the superstore is. But in that sort of strip mall, there's one it's called Tomatoes the Indian Flavor, which is a wild name. The place is so good and it's really cheap. So
you know what's sus? He sounds browner than us. I
grew up in Surrey. I don't know what you want from me, man. I had like all my friends and I like go over to their house and they'd be like, oh yeah, just call them like Auntie and Uncle G, and I was like, okay.
Can you tell us what the biggest high school scandal was that you had?
Probably the hallways getting maced.
Whoa, okay, that's pretty good.
And that was like a grad prank. And we had like ambulances and like the whole school shut down.
That's
not fun.
Not a prank.
Not fun. That's not a prank. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, mine's is a little bit better in the sense that it wasn't maze, but we threw cockroaches in the library with all the teachers in it.
Yeah,
that's a
good
classic.
grad prank. I would be out of there, bro, if I was in the library.
The teachers had like a meeting and we just like locked the doors.
Yeah.
We like held it. We just threw cockroaches.
You were part of that, throwing it in.
Troublemaker.
There's a grad prank.
I feel bad saying this one, but like my principal, there was a rumor that his wife cheated on him with a student.
Oh!
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like a while ago, but like people would always say it, and I felt bad because like that's all people would relate him to. But yeah, that was.
You gotta understand why.
Rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
The aura that student had though after that was probably
He's walking down the highway.
No one has any idea like who it is, but like everyone knew like that though about her. Yeah.
That's
what about
crazy.
you? Did you go?
It was on the news. This actually made news because, so I said I went to Surrey Christian School, and they had like this like weird thing where it was like you had to like the teachers had to sign like a pact of like being religious, and they couldn't like live with someone if they weren't married to them. And one of the teachers like started living with their boyfriend, and then they got fired because of it. And then it was like they like sued the school. It was like on the news and stuff, like global. I remember like walking to school and it was like a global truck outside like filming our school for like B-roll. And I'm like, yikes, not great to be known for.
Yeah, Surrey's fucked, man. All these stories combined. That's
and there's
crazy.
There's more. Honestly.
I had like a more controversial, but I feel like I can't say it because it would be like actually.
I can't. Yeah.
What's a better date spot? Guildford Town Centre or Surrey Central, and why?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Guildford. Surrey Central for me is just it's too much. It's too like it's not clean. It's too many like no friends, but it's like junkies, just like all over there, and it's like it's not somewhere I would like want to take my girlfriend to.
Yeah.
You know, like Guildford, it's cleaner. I know the malls. You know, like Uniqlo is there now. So,
So you're gonna take her on a date to Uniqlo?
You know, like she loves clothing, I love clothing. You know, hey, all of this Uniqlo. You know, so. At Surrey Central, I'm sorry, I'm just not taking her there. That's not my ideal spot. And like, no offense, you pass by Club 16 and that stuff smells, man. You can smell it from outside.
I'd also say Guildford, just because I feel like Surrey Central doesn't really have like nice spots to go. Like there's a lot of like weird like one-off stores. But like Guildford, like it could be like fun, like okay, like let's go buy stuff like for each other or like whatever it is. And like there's like decent food spots there now. But Surrey Central is pretty like, I don't know, there's like a lot of nothing, I feel like.
It's a lot of empty space. There's not that much.
There's only one cafe that I know that's like right by the SFU, Surrey's SFU.
Blends?
It's called Trees.
Oh yeah.
The one that's right in the corner.
Yeah.
That one,
It's
so
pretty
good.
cute. It's
Girlfriend
pretty cute.
loves going there.
Yeah.
Cheesecake's amazing too.
Oh yeah, that's a chain. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, that's like one of the newer ones
Did you
now.
go?
No, I'd say Guildford easily. It's just much safer, it's opener, cleaner. Like
You like living near Surrey Central? I'm like, it's not that bad, guy.
Because I live in that area too, and I'd just rather be around Guildford any day of the week. Like,
What about you, Stuart? No, I mean, I went, like, my high school was, like, right by Guildford, so I went there a lot. I will say, generally, Guildford's better. There's one spot in Surrey Central. There's the Sky Lounge restaurant bar.
Yeah.
It's, like, right outside when you walk out of SFU.
Mm-hmm.
That place actually slaps. So that's, like, the one nice part of Surrey Central. That's a good date spot. But other than that, I think, Guildford. Especially if you're just, like, bumming around a mall, Surrey Central is a wild mall. I'd be like, actually, I gotta go.
What are your top 3 favorite neighborhoods in Surrey?
Well, okay, I went to school in Guildford. Obviously, Guildford Mall's there, so it's kind of there's stuff to do. So it's kind of, I've got a lot of memories there. Like a lot of my friends like lived near there, so it's like I have memories at like their parents' house and stuff there. So Guildford's definitely number 1. Should I do all 3 or should we like
Go all 3.
bounce around?
Let's just list all 3 right now, because then maybe he's just going to start picking up answers from everyone. I want everyone to have their answer ready to go. I don't want people like cheating off each other's answers.
Newton was, I mean, that's where I live now. I like it. It's kind of sketchy, but it's my sketchy. And then South Surrey. I mean, like it's kind of a similar thing. I had a lot of friends out that way, and then you're not far from White Rock, which I get is leaving Surrey, but it's kind of a cool area too. So
I mean, for me, it's like South Surrey, Newton, and like I went to Tomatoes Park, right? So those are the 3 that I like to go genuinely.
I also really like South Surrey. Yeah, it's so close to the beach. That's really nice. I honestly do like Cloverdale. It's really quiet. I feel like there's lots of like parks and stuff. Like bigger parks. I guess Surrey has a lot of parks though.
City parks?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna ask that earlier. And then Guildford has a lot of like good food spots, like local family business food spots, and a lot of bubble tea, a lot of good bubble tea. So I really like Guildford too.
Yeah, it's like Guildford just for like the mall and like all the food spots, and it seems like it has like a good balance of all of Surrey to me. Cloverdale for sure, just because I grew up on the skate park there, like skateboarding all my life. I used to go there, and that's like.
Did you go to the one like Cloverdale, like at recreation center?
Yeah.
That was that was sick.
And it's a good skate park too. So I have a lot of memories there. And then I'll say Central, just because that's where I live now, and it's like not the most fun to do stuff around there, but I just love being able to like walk outside and look at the high rises, and it's like it feels.
It's
like home.
developing too, right?
Yeah.
Like in like 5 years, that's gonna be like everyone's gonna accept the
they're gonna
city.
call it.
That's the number one
Hopefully,
spot.
they'll call it Vancouver by then too.
We're gonna take over.
Greater Vancouver, yeah.
There's so much construction now though. So much. So
It's
much
literally towers.
Like I remember.
That's to the end.
Dude, this is tough.
I'll start, I guess. I'm gonna go Stuart, just because there's a bit of overconfidence and everything, and like he seems too happy to be from Surrey. Like it's like there's no way. So you've lived here your whole life and you're just that happy and like chill about it, and like I don't know. I feel like you just like did your research right before, and you're like okay.
I don't know. I'm split. I'm gonna do Stuart too. I feel like. Yeah, a lot of overconfidence, and I feel like it's just some really good researched method acting. It's like really good. Yeah, that's my answer.
I would just say Stuart, just because like I never heard about that news, man.
I'm looking it up after. I'm pulling it up.
I mean, it's probably true because you researched it.
Yeah,
So.
facts.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
And the
Well,
French school
like,
still gets me, man. Like, I haven't heard about that.
I do know. I think it's on 132.
It's on 132,
Yeah.
like 64 or 68? somewhere in there.
72?
Nah, it's more or less, I think.
No, it's not 164. PR is 164 and 132.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well. I mean, I don't know. Dom. Because you're beside me. I'm out either way. Yeah, I'm done. I'm cooked.
We are going to remind you guys this is the final round. Majority wins, whether that's 3 people from one team or 2 people overruling the minority. You guys have a chance to change your votes. You don't have to, but think about how your vote will impact whether or not you win as well.
My vote, I feel like, does not change a lot. So,
No, I'm gonna stay with Stewie.
Yeah.
feeling confident, all right?
Stuart Little is suspicious.
I'll stick with mine.
At this point, I'm looking at Dom more than anybody. I was counting on him. I was like, oh, I have this second chance. Dom's going to come in clutch. He's changing his vote. He's going to throw something else out. And then he stuck with me. And I'm out of here.
Congratulations on making it to the final round. If you are the imposter, please step forward on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just me?
That's insane.
Imposter.
We're still on.
Dominic and Simran, you guys have won our game today, so congratulations. If we can get the rest of you now to head back here.
Shay Gill, just come back here.
I am back again. I thought y'all were imposters.
That's insane. What the hell?
We're gonna reveal everyone's teams. So if you are the imposter, please step forward on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Imposters. All of you are imposters.
Y'all really voted.
Stuart, I voted you out. I thought you were from Surrey.
Was it method acting?
Magic. I live in North Delta, so I'm like all the stories were true.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time in Surrey.
It did seem quite real.
I'm from Abbotsford.
Oh shit. Okay. You know. Yeah.
Shit, I was gonna ask how long it took everyone to get here. I forgot. That was such a good question.
I didn't even think of
If
that.
this guy would have said an hour,
Yeah, I would feel like get out.
Well, I was like, I have no idea how long Expo line takes, so I was like, I don't know how good of a
So it's
question
funny
that
because you
is.
said that, and I was like, oh, I can't vote for him because I was like, he's one of us. He's one of us.
Oh my god, some strategic thinking.
Just thinking ahead.
I'm from East Van. I live like 10 minutes away.
You're like, where's Surrey?
I'm like sitting like doing research before, being like, damn, this is.
Yeah, I grew up in Abbotsford pretty much my whole life. And then I visit Surrey every now and then, and I've lived here like twice a week with my sister, just because I go to school in Vancouver.
Yeah, I was actually born in like North Vancouver and then moved to North Delta and like lived there most of my life.
I'm from East Van through and through, but I coach basketball all the time in Surrey, so I do have like decent knowledge of it. But.
Just that good. I fooled my own team. Turned them against me. Is what it is.
I knew I came in hot, went for a lot of questions off rip. I did know one of the guys coming in here, so wasn't the most planned, but I think it was an awesome video overall.
I think I feel pretty great, especially winning. I was thinking maybe there would only be one person from Surrey, but I'm glad that we made it in the end.
I definitely felt good that at least I made it through alone because my goal was just for no one to suspect me. I did feel really bad at the end though, that I took Stuart out and kept Dominic in.
the best imposter was UV. I could not read his body language. I didn't see any shaking. I didn't see any like sweat, nothing. Like this guy was straightforward.
Everyone loves to stereotype people from Surrey that a specific type of person is going to come out, a person with a specific type of accent, acting a certain way, looking a certain way. But honestly, the only person I was super confident in that was from Surrey was UV. And then we find out that he's not from Surrey out of the three of us that made it to the final round. So yeah.